These Easter animal lanterns are just too cute for words, and today we are going to show you exactly how you can make them with your Cricut. Stay tuned for the full tutorial. We're covering it all in our video right here. Hi everyone, this is Lisa from the Better Life blog team, and I am so glad that you're joining me so that I can show you how to make these Easter-inspired lanterns. Now let's go ahead and start with the bunny. Once you cut out all of your pieces, this is what you'll have. So make sure you gather up all your pieces. Let's start by assembling these petal pieces. You'll have these gray cardstock pieces, and then you'll have these solid pieces that you'll cut out of vellum. So grab one of the gray cardstock petals and then use this precision glue and add glue to the edges. Sometimes I like to add it one edge at a time. Then I go ahead and add the vellum piece and I secure it. This glue is really forgiving, so before you pat it down and let it dry, you can actually adjust it however you see fit. And now it's time to add glue on the other edge. And then go ahead and pat it down. You don't necessarily need to add it one edge at a time. Like I mentioned, this glue is actually really forgiving, so you can add the glue on both edges at the same time. And once all of your petals are done, I want you to set them aside. So for these lanterns, your base is the black piece. You'll see that it pretty much serves as the silhouette of your actual animal. And then each animal will have its own unique cutouts that you want to glue on top of the base. So here we're starting with the rabbit's face. And you just want to get it secured on there. Next are the ears. Once you add the inner ears, you're going to really start to see it pop. And finally, the next one. Okay, now it's the little rabbit feet, but then this comes in two components. There's a pink portion that goes behind the gray piece. And what I like to do is I always like to match it up onto the base before actually securing it with glue, just to make sure that I'm putting it on the right side. It really shouldn't matter, but you always want to play it safe. Okay, and you just pat it down, and like I said, the glue is very forgiving. And then go ahead and work on the other foot. And now it's time to place it on your base. Next, it's time to glue the center portion. And secure it just like so. And now for the paws. See, I'm making sure that it fits just right. And now that I see that it does, that's when I add the glue. And secure it and pat it down just like so. Okay, so the base of your lantern is complete. Now it's time to make it so that it stands. So you're going to want to grab your two egg-shaped cutouts. You see that they have slits, so you're going to insert these slits with one another just so that they can actually stand. So the piece that only has the top slit, that'll insert into the bottom slit of the other one. And then you slide the bottom portion together. Then with the same concept of the slits, you're going to want to insert it into your bunny base. And now the bunny can actually stand on its own. Okay, and so those two circular pieces that you have, you'll see that there are slits. Start with the smaller one, that'll go on top. And basically those slits along the edges will match up with slits at the top of your bunny base. These pieces give your lantern more stability, and it's also the pieces that'll hold those petals that you put together just before with the vellum paper. It'll hold all of those together. You'll see how in a bit. Okay, so we got the top portion, now the larger circle, which will be at the bottom. It's the same concept. Match all of those slits that are along the edges of the circle to the slits of the base of your bunny. Now you'll see that your lantern is a lot more stable. Now grab those petals that you put together at first, and those can be inserted at the top and bottom slits of those circles. Insert one petal at a time. But make sure to leave one open and you'll see why. Okay, you're going to want to leave one open because you want to put an LED light in there. Then close it up with the last petal, and this is what makes it a lantern. Get the concept? Isn't it so easy to put together? And trust me when I say you're going to look like an absolute pro once people start to see these little lanterns all around your home for Easter. Perfection. Okay, and on with the next. Okay, it's time for the little chick. This one's my favorite because of the vibrant yellow. And here we are with all of the pieces laid out. You want to make sure that you've cut out everything. And it's the same concept as the bunny. You've got the black base and then all of the pieces that go along with it. So just like with the bunny lantern, we're going to start off with those petals. But instead of gray, it is yellow this time. And what you're going to do is the same thing. You're going to want to glue the vellum onto the cardstock piece. So again, using the same precision glue. And the reason that we recommend this precision glue is because there's so many intricate details on these pieces of cardstock, and the tip of the bottle will allow you to be very precise, hence precision glue. So just adding glue to the other edge here, but again, it's very forgiving. So you can add on both edges at the same time. Here I did it for this piece. You'll see that it works either way. Okay, so I got all of my petals done. So I've put them aside and now I'm gonna work with the base. And just like with our bunny lantern, I wanna make sure that before adding glue, I am just aligning it with the base, just to make sure that I'm going to put everything in its right place and on the right side, etc. So let's add glue to this central piece here and secure it just like that. And now it's its cute little face. And now his little beak. Next, his cute little webbed feet. And again, I aligned it before gluing it just to make sure that I'm putting it on the right side. And now his little hands, which I guess is pretty much his wings. Okay, and now the base is all done. Set that aside for now. And just like with the Easter Bunny one, grab those two egg-shaped pieces and insert the slits accordingly. And insert that into your base. Same thing for the circles, you're going to want to insert that. The small one goes on top, the larger one goes on the bottom. Remember, every slit along the edge of the circle has a corresponding slit to the base of the actual lantern, so the chick body. Repeat with the bottom circle. And now it's time to add the petals. And don't forget to leave this one open, and we're going to put in our LED light. And I emphasize LED because you don't want to actually put a candle in there. It's very flammable. It is made of glue and paper after all. And how adorable. Look at that yellow. It really stands out. So cute. And little Lammy, it is time for our final animal. So again, laying out all the pieces just so that you can see. We've got the black base here, the egg shapes that'll allow it to stand, the center part here, and all the petals. So let's start off with the petals and the vellum paper. And here I am again gluing both sides right away. If you don't have vellum paper at home, then parchment paper works just as well. Now grab the base and start assembling. And now those egg pieces so that your lantern can actually stand. The moment that these egg pieces go into the lantern, I really see it start to take form, and it makes me so excited. And now inserting those circles with the slits, remember the smaller circle goes on top and the larger circle goes on the bottom. And now insert your petals. And inserting another LED tea light. You can also use battery-operated fairy lights for this, which is cool because a lot of them allow you to actually turn the lights on and off from the outside, so it makes it a lot easier to use. And here you have it, Mr. Lammy. How adorable, right? And wait, we gotta get a group picture, and here we go. So cute, and be sure to follow all the links just below so that you can get the SVGs to every single one of these. Happy crafting, we hope you love it.